For a drop-in sink, position in the desired place a mark around the outside of the sink. Measure and mark out an 8mm internal cut line. This step will provide the lip for the sink to sit on. Using a 12mm HSS drill bit to add a radius to the inside corners to stop any possibility of stress fractures occurring. Using a drop saw or router with a PCD tipped cutter, machine the worktop to provide the cutout for the drop-in sink. Cut into corners with a down-cutting jigsaw blade. All sink and tap hole cutouts should be sealed with silicone sealant to prevent water ingress getting into the exposed core material. Hob cutouts require protection from heat using a reflective tape around the inside of the cut. The cutout for the undermount sink is achieved using two pre-supplied upper and lower jigs. Align the top jig with the front of the worktop and clamp into position. Centralise the router support base within the jig. It is needed to stop the router from tipping whilst cutting. Secure by drilling at each corner and screwing to the work surface. Using a router, plunge in 3 steps to provide the undermount sink cutout. Round over the cut edge top surface. Finally finish the round over with 240, 400 and 600 grit sandpaper. Drainer grooves should be machined before working on the bottom of the worktop. Clamp the jig in the required position. Plunge using a router set to a maximum depth of 3mm. Finally finish the grooves with 240, 400 and 600 grit sandpaper. Now using jig number 2, the bottom of the worktop is machined to allow the undermount sink to be installed. Reinsert the piece that was already cut out to act as a router support. Centre the router support and align the jig with the front of the worktop and clamp. The router plunge is set to remove only the chipboard and no more. Dry fit the sink. Position, mark and drill pilot holes for the sink clips. Finally put silicone sealant on the lip and on the chipboard edge, ready to install the sink. Fit and centralise the sink. Fit the sink clips and hand tighten the sink clip bolts. Secure the locking nuts with a spanner. Measure and cut out any tap connector holes and finally finish the worktop surface as before.